Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Tag Team Podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Tartaglione, joined with my brother, Johnny Tartaglione, and Indiana.
The Hoosiers.
Hoosiers
Yep.
have shocked the college football world. Nobody saw this coming. 150 to 1 odds at the beginning of the season. This was a crapshoot, and guess what? 16-0, perfect season.
One of the best college football seasons in
Ever.
all of history. So, and I don't want to say nobody saw this coming because Indiana was on the map last year. Obviously made the college football playoff. Got smoked in the first round, as many people would thought, because they didn't really play anybody all last year. And then this year they just came back with a vengeance. I mean, they beat Penn State on the road. They beat Oregon in the regular season, then proceeded to beat the shit out of them in the playoff. Beat Ohio State in the Big Ten championship. Beats the hell out of Alabama, right, in the college football playoff, when everybody thought Alabama had a chance. And then, surprisingly enough, Miami was really the only team besides Ohio State to give them a fight. So I guess shout out to Miami for that. But, yeah, congrats to Indiana, who, as of 2 seasons ago, before Kirk Cignetti came in and overhauled the roster, the program, and everything about Indiana football, they were the losingest team in the history of college football. And it is crazy to think that just 2 years into Cignetti's tenure, they have made the playoff and proceeded to run an undefeated season coming out as national champions.
I want to back this up. It's like Kurt Cignetti coming from JMU. This guy is a different breed. He's, in my opinion, he's of the Saban breed. I mean, he worked under Saban in the early 2000s. He was the recruiting coordinator. He helped get the guys, like Julio Jones. So, I mean, this guy's bred different. And you can see it, the way he acts, his mantra. I mean, let's look back at all the big moments from Indiana this season, all the big touchdowns. They cut to Cignetti on the sideline. What is he? He's dull-faced. That dude's got no emotion. He's dialed in. He's a different breed. I mean, it just takes a certain type of animal to coach a team who doesn't have as much NIL money as everybody, who doesn't have the same talent class, who doesn't have the same recruits. Don't get me wrong, this Indiana football team is very good, but it's also filled with a lot of JMU transfers.
But
what I'm saying is he had to mend the Indiana roster, his recruits that he came in with the JMU guys he brought in to create this roster that is a beast of a roster. And I mean, he's just a dog. For him to be able to do that, for him to be able to defeat opponents like Ohio State.
Easily.
Well, no, the Ohio State Big Ten championship.
But teams like Alabama and Oregon in the semifinal.
Dismantling them.
Embarrassed.
And we can't give all the credit to Kurt Cignetti. I mean, this freaking roster on Indiana is just disgusting. I mean, Fernando Mendoza is about the best quarterback in the country right now in college.
He is the best quarterback. He won the Heisman. He's going to be the number 1 overall pick. If that doesn't define the number 1 quarterback in the country, I don't know what does.
But you got to give big props to Kurt. Because, I mean, he fucking coached a hell of a team. He coached a hell of a season. And he got a $14 million payday for it. So, good for him. And he's not going anywhere either. They asked him. They said, hey, are you going to look at, potentially the Steelers opening? Now the Bills opening? No. I'm a college football coach is what his response was.
Yeah.
So.
And he's famous for those quotes, too. Like, the quote when he came into Indiana, he said, like, it's pretty simple. I win. Me. And that has proven to be true. Very cocky press conference coming into the losers of college football. And holy shit, I honestly think this win has been underwhelming. Like, people don't realize how much of a turnaround this has been. But, yeah, shout out to Fernando Mendoza, Cignetti, and the Indiana defense. I mean, if you roll through their last 3 games of the regular season, they allowed 7 points to Wisconsin, 3 points to Purdue, and held Ohio State to 10. Then in the playoff, Alabama scores 3 points. They allowed 22 to Oregon and 21 to Miami. So allowing no more than 3 touchdowns in a game in college football is pretty crazy when we see all these wild scores in the 50s and the 40s. But the defense showed up once again tonight, and I think the game obviously turned on that punt return, the block punt for a touchdown. If they don't get that, if the special teams doesn't get that, we might have a very different outcome in this game. We'll never know. But yeah, it's awesome to see a program like this, especially in the NIL era, where players didn't necessarily want to go to teams like Indiana. They're going where the money goes, yes, But for him to get all these players from JMU who had the experience, which I think this is key. These guys have been playing college football for 4 to 5 years, and they have their extra year of eligibility. And I think that's showing right now. I think it really is.
Oh, 100%.
So
another key moment of this game, you talked about the block punt. Let's talk about the decision to go for it on 4th and 5.
Big balls.
Up 3.
That's
Mendoza.
That's the South Park meme of the balls in the barrel. Yeah. That's what that was.
Mendoza puts the team on his back. What's the Marshawn Lynch team on his back? Or is that Donald Driver?
I don't know.
What's the
Marshawn Lynch is the hold my dick.
Yeah, no. The Donald Driver. He put the team on his back. Remember what I'm talking about, the YouTube video? He literally put the team on his back in that situation. He took it up the middle. He did shit. He did a spin move, and then he broke a tackle, took a hit, and then dove sideways. There's a picture snapped of Mendoza where he's completely horizontal with the ball extended. That's going to be on Indiana Hoosiers' man cave walls for life.
Nobody wanted him more than him. And that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. He was not going to be denied. But that also goes the case for coaching, too. Like, Signetti could puss out right there and kick a field goal, right?
Yeah.
But in that moment, he's going for the fucking kill. And that's how you win these games. You go for the fucking kill.
And I know,
trust your guys. Trust your quarterback.
And that was to go up. So that was to go up 10. And then obviously Miami comes down. Malachi Tony. Dog.
Had a terrific game.
Absolute stud. But what I'm saying is that they got back into another situation where they got into that 4th down and 5. I think it was 4th and 5 or 4th and 6 in Miami's territory with another chance to score and put the game on ice right then and there. And Signetti decides to kick a field goal.
And he pussed out.
and he pussed out. But that goes to show how smart of a coach Signetti is. Let's look at Carson Beck's 2 losses this year. Both game-ending picks.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the clutch factor in him to get down the field, and Signetti trusts his defense. So Signetti makes the decision, I'm not going to go for this and let Carson Beck, which he eventually did, get into field goal range to tie this game. I'm going to trust my defense, who's got a shit ton of studs, lock them down and force them to score a touchdown.
Yeah.
And that's just a different trust because when you look at it in the situation where we went for earlier in the game, there was so much time on the clock. Miami was going to get at least 2 more drives. In that situation, I understand why you kicked the field goal because you got to force the other team.
You got to be error free.
So I know you don't think it's like big balls. I think it's smart coaching when you come down to it.
Well, there is a healthy balance. I'm not denying that because you're right. In the moment, look at the track record with Carson Beck. He fucking sucks at the end of the games. And that's the only reason they've lost is because every game, the 2 games they lost, the one being in overtime this year, threw a pick. Doesn't have the balls in the big moments. But that's the downfall of Carson Beck.
Here's the broader point in that. We see this a lot in all football. When a coach makes a decision to go for it on 4th and 3 and doesn't get it, the next time they go there, they're not going to puss out and kick the field goal. They're going to go for it every time because they're like, we went for it last time, we're going to do it again. Nobody ever switches it up. And this is what I've noticed from schemes in games across college and NFL, is that coaches stick to their decision and do the same thing the whole time. They never mix it up. Sometimes mixing it up is better in that situation. And that's knowing what situation you're at in the game.
In the end, it turned out victorious for Indiana. So we could point to all the right moves. But, again, it would also be different if Carson Beck goes down and scores a touchdown and win the game.
How crushing is this for Miami fans, though? I mean, you get in off of a win. Like, Notre Dame probably should have been in. Like, obviously, Miami should have been in now. We know that. But what I'm saying is that the way the College Football Playoff Committee was working was that it was looking like Notre Dame was going to get in. Miami was going to be out. They came 1 drive away from a national championship. So that just goes to show you that, yes, Miami was 100% deserving to be in. But also, they were so close to this never happening.
Going back to your point, because you cut me off.
Yeah, go ahead.
In that moment, is it stupid? Got a little hair out. Is it stupid to think, like, let's say you're Kirk Cinetti and you're up 3, right? You kick the field goal to go up 6.
Yeah.
You're basically forcing Miami into 4 down territory.
4 down territory.
I need it. You're going to cut after this. Anyways, 4-down territory through. I can't look at you right now.
All right, let me give you a little context. We just had chili. And I know we talk about farts a lot on this podcast. I had to get up and walk away because I had a fart. So
but you walked 6 feet that way. It's not doing anything. It's still
you didn't smell it. You didn't smell nothing.
Anyways,
continue.
So you're basically forcing Miami to go for it on 4th down. So let's say in that moment, hypothetically, I know this didn't happen, but this is just my stupid brain and what I think. Even like when I'm playing Madden, let's say they're on. Where were they at when Carson Beck threw the pick? They were on Indiana's like
35. It was like 30 or 35.
They were well in the field goal range. Let's say it's 4th and 2, and they would have kicked the field goal to tie the game. You're going in overtime. What if on that play, because they're down 6 and they have to score a touchdown, they fucking get a pass interference or they get something and they end up scoring a touchdown and win the game? Doesn't part of you think that, hey, if we just kick the field goal, we're at least going to overtime? Yeah. Or you have the blanket of it being 3
touchdown
downs.
or bust.
You have the blanket of it being 3 downs compared to 4. If you're on the other side, if you're Indiana, if that makes sense. That's just stupid me because it turned out well. But let's say Miami scored a touchdown. What if Kirk Cignetti went for it, didn't get it? Miami had a 4th down and they had to kick the field goal and the game's going to overtime instead of them losing by 1 point.
Yeah.
That's just stupid me, though. I mean, I'm an idiot. That's why I don't coach football. I'm not involved in football. But I always think about that stuff when I'm watching the games. But I also never felt like Miami had a chance to win the game late. Like, I was sitting there watching the end of the game, and I'm like, there's no way Miami's winning this game. Like, I don't care if they have the ball down 6 with a minute and a half left. They're not winning because it's Carson Beck, and he's going to throw a fucking interception. And that's obviously how it ended. So.
You know what I didn't know? And I was doing some research after this. Mendoza went to Cal. He lost to Syracuse last year. He lost to NC State last year. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
I'm just glad we beat it.
That was last year?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I didn't know. I'm not a college football expert, so I don't know.
Kyle McCord outdueled Fernando Mendoza.
Heisman Trophy winning.
All I gotta say is Indiana basketball, most recent undefeated college basketball team.
No. Oh, in history. I thought you were saying this season.
No,
not this season.
No, college basketball history, and now you got Indiana football. They are the epitome of a dual sport school now. I mean, the question has to be: is Indiana a football school now? 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you win the national title, I mean that pretty much puts
Mark Cuban better fucking send them millions, dude. He's an alum.
Whatever.
Better send him millions because I can tell you what, they're set up for success now. Whether they become a blue blood or not, that's to be determined on another day.
Well, they have the infrastructure, and that's what matters in college.
And now they're going to have
that's why you saw the teams for so long with the Kirby Smarts of Georgia, the Nick Sabans of Alabama. That's why you see the structure that's in place with these certain schools. Jim Harbaugh, when he was at Michigan, it was the same thing. It was the infrastructure was there for winning football, and that's where the foundation starts, and that's where the program can build a dynasty. And it's going to be cool to see what happens in the NIL era, and we have all this parity. But look, congrats to Indiana football. The fans deserve it after being miserable for so long. And a great college football season. I can't believe it's over already.
I know. And I know there's going to be some debate coming in the future about whether or not this game got overshadowed, because I was seeing talk on X, the Everything app, that people were saying nobody even realized that the college football championship was tonight.
Whatever. It's the same shit because they put it on a Monday every single year.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that everybody's knee deep in the NFL playoffs right now. So we really watching? Think about how much people were into college football in September and October, and I feel like sometimes this college football playoff is so dragged out that the wheels kind of fall off the bus a little bit.
Whatever. The ratings is great. Probably not. I don't know. I don't know what the ratings were.
My personal fix is to move it to Friday night. Move it to Friday night, and you'll have all eyes.
It's not comparable because that's the argument every year. Is that why is this game? We play college football on a Saturday for 13 weeks out of the season, and then the biggest game of the year is on a Monday night. It doesn't make sense.
Same thing with college basketball.
You just move it into a prime time spot, But whatever, it is what it is. But I want to transition into NFL. I gave my congrats to Indiana. I think we can move on from that.
Yeah.
NFL. AFC Championship, NFC Championship. We're down to the Final Four. Had a very unfortunate injury. I know we're recording this Wednesday night. It'll probably come out Friday. So a little bit, everyone knows about Bo Nix. Everyone knows what's going on in the AFC Championship. The Patriots, man. God damn it. They have this success with Tom Brady, the 6 Super Bowls, and they only have to suffer because of it for what? 4 seasons? 3 seasons? How long were they in the shitter for?
4 seasons.
Not long enough. They were not in the shitter long enough.
They had to go through what? 2 head coaches and Mac Jones.
I officially hate the Patriots again. I'm just going to say it. I officially am mad because the success of this franchise, they were smart enough to fire their shit head coach after 1 season, which a lot of organizations don't have the balls to do. And now they're in the AFC title game as 4.5-point favorites on the road because of it. Because of injury luck, a shit schedule, a great Drake May season, and here we are fucking watching New England in the championship game again. The AFC title game.
So I'll ask you this. People have been saying that this is just a cakewalk to the AFC Championship. And it's probably a cakewalk to the Super Bowl as we look. Do you really think that's the case?
I'm not saying it's... listen,
because
you're playing against NFL teams. Let's face it. Yes, you're playing against NFL teams. I'm not saying it's a cakewalk by any means. You still have to play the games.
Mickey Mouse is the term that people
these are NFL talented teams. Yes, they played Justin Herbert in the first round. But he had no offensive line. He had no time to throw. The Chargers defense was good, and Drake May struggled. They only put up 16 points. If the Chargers had any sort of competency on offense, that's more of a game. Then they play Houston at home. They scored 3 touchdowns against the Houston defense. C.J. Stroud threw 4 interceptions. That is egregious. That is bottom of the barrel. That is worse than dog shit. That is the meme where it's like you have your Josh Allens, you have your Matt Staffords, you have your Patrick Mahomes. Hell, you have Drake May. I'll throw him up there because he had a great season. Then you got about 50 feet of shit. Then you have Russell Wilson. And then you have about another 150 feet of dog shit. And then there's C.J. Stroud at the bottom. That's what that game was. That was C.J. Stroud's performance in the playoffs with all these fumbles, with all these interceptions. And you know what? If you lose a game in which you win the turnover battle because I think Drake May did throw a pick, right? So what? They were +3 in turnovers. They had 4 interceptions. If you lose an NFL game, a playoff game at home in which you have 4 in which you intercept the other quarterback 4 times, you should be banned from the playoffs for 5 seasons. I don't give a fuck what anybody else says. So yeah, they're going to win that game when the other quarterback sucks the biggest dick ever in the game.
He was legit. Like, I haven't seen a quarterback performance that bad since I couldn't.
Who had the 5 interception?
I think
Peter. Who was it? Who had the 5 interception game? That was the backup quarterback forever.
The Bills.
No, Peter. It was who was that? Nathan Peterman.
Yeah,
Nathan Peterman. Took me a while. That's a Nathan Peterman performance. So yeah,
who was the Vikings quarterback this year that threw 4 picks?
Oh, I don't fucking know. What, Brosman?
Brosman?
We had so many bad quarterbacks this year. I mean, Jesus. How many dog shit quarterbacks did we have?
So I'll ask you this. So should the Texans have made the switch at halftime and bench C.J. Stroud's ass and put Davis Mills?
Listen, that's not for me to decide. That's up to their coaching staff.
I don't care how long Davis Mills' neck is. He couldn't have sucked as big of a dick as C.J. Stroud did.
At that point, you can't get much worse.
You can't get much worse.
How about the fact that the Texans were down 2 scores with 4 minutes left and punt?
Oh, yeah.
What is up with that? When I was, they had 3 timeouts, but at that rate, you're still going to have to get an onside kick, and the odds of that are 1 out of 100. So you got a 1 to 2% chance. What are you doing? Your season's on the line. 4 minutes left. They were down 12, and they're punting. Are you fucking kidding me? Talk about being the biggest pussies of all time. There it is, right there. And if you don't feel comfortable, I understand it was 4th and 18. You're not going to get it anyways, but who cares? What's the difference? The Patriots got the ball and ran the clock out. It was over. That's what I don't understand. It's playoffs.
It's abysmal quarterback play and bad coaching decisions by DeMeco Ryans. I mean, there's no other way to put it. I wish Peyton was in studio with us tonight because he would share the same exact fucking thoughts that C.J. Stroud is not the guy. And they got to pick up his 5th-year option. And DeMeco Ryans came on the press conference after the game and said, CJ's still our guy.
Listen,
like you can't say he's still our guy after that abysmal play.
Listen.
Dude, I really think Russell Wilson would have played better in that playoff game. I think fucking Phil Rivers would have played better in that playoff game than CJ Stroud did.
Yeah. Listen, either way, we got way too far off track because the Patriots won the game. It's the Patriots in the AFC title game, not the Texans. So,
yeah, but we're talking about the Patriots.
Going back to the Patriots, I guess more of your question is it them who won the games? Yeah, I would agree they beat the Chargers face up. But did the Patriots beat the Texans or did the Texans beat themselves? And I think that's more of the question. I don't want to take anything away from the Patriots. It's been a fantastic season for them. They ended as the number 2 seed in the AFC. And I understand they may have had a cupcake schedule, but you play who you play. You can't control that. And at the end of the day, they took advantage of the fourth place schedule. They took advantage of weaker playoff opponents. And here they are. You can't take away from the fact that they are in the AFC title game. You can't.
I want to speak directly to Patriots fans because about a month and a half ago, I shit on you guys very hard. And I said that you guys are the most fraudulent. What you guys were like 9-2 at the time, 10-2.
They had won 9 games in a row, right?
Yeah, it was like 9 games in a row. I said you're going to face good competition and you're going to lay an egg. And you're not going to make it even close. Hell, I put a bet that if the Patriots win the Super Bowl, I got to buy a Drake May jersey.
No, if they make it to the Super Bowl.
I said if they make it to the Super Bowl.
No, you said if they win.
Oh, no, I just said if they make it. Check the tape. And I still think that's the case. Because in my opinion, you haven't played anybody yet. Anybody that's worth a damn, which yes, credit to you. You've won games against shit teams. Congrats. You
it's
got
not
Jared
Stidham playing shit teams.
Wait till you're in the Super Bowl and you're going to have to play either the Rams or the Seahawks. If you beat them, then I'll shut the fuck up. But until you do that, you haven't earned my respect. You have not. I still think that the Patriots are fraudulent.
Do you think Denver even has a
I think this has been a cupcake walk. They say, yes, oh my God, the Chargers defense was so good. Their offense put up 3 points. Oh my God, the Texas defense is Super Bowl worthy. If the Texas defense was the Bears would be favorites to win the Super Bowl right now. Their offense is hot ass. It's not hard to win games against these teams who are legit putting out a college offense on the fucking field, man. It's hideous. If you watch the Chargers game, if you watch the Texans game, if you see the cakewalk schedule that these fucking Patriots have had, you would see that, no shit, the fucking New York Giants could probably be in the NFC Championship right now if they had the same lines. And I'm not giving discredit to Drake May. He's had a great season.
You're discrediting the whole Patriots organization.
I'm not discrediting them. I'm just putting it how it is. They've had a cupcake walk.
Yeah, but nobody's arguing that. Nobody's arguing that, but I think...
No, people are arguing it. They're saying, it's not a cupcake. We played good defenses.
Shut the fuck up for a second. It's not an argument that they had the easiest schedule in the league. That's factual. The point I'm making is that they play who they play. You can't take away from the fact that they're in the AFC title game, and that's all I'm saying. Yes, I hate the Patriots. Yes, I'm mad that they had success for all of the early 2000s and the 2010s, and they won 6 Super Bowls, and we saw them in the AFC title game every fucking year. Yes, it pisses me off, but it is what it is. They played who they played. They won the games they were supposed to win, and here they are. And now they got a little bit of injury luck with Jarrett Stidham and Bo Nix being out.
So rest in peace to the Bills. That was a bad loss.
I said that. Jarrett Stidham's not out. With Jarrett Stidham having to start Sunday instead of Bo Nix.
Yes. Rest in peace to the Bills. Josh Allen, you sucked for one game, and it cost you your fucking season. It cost your coach's job. But I want to say this. The Broncos, the only way they can beat the Patriots this weekend is if they win this game like 6-3. It's the only way. That's the only way. Their defense has to defense, and they're because there is no fucking way on earth that Jarrett Stidham, who's played 4 NFL games in his career, is coming in and putting up more. I give him max amount of points, 17.
Can I say something? I don't want to root for the Patriots Sunday, but I don't want to watch Jarrett Stidham in the Super Bowl.
No, I always like having a team that I don't like in the Super Bowl because then it gives me a rooting interest.
Then you could root, but it's like
realistically, let's look at it this way: the Patriots are 5.5 point favorites this weekend.
4.5. Line is down to 4.5.
4.5.
A lot of action coming in on the Broncos.
Patriots are 4.5 this weekend. Imagine if they play Seattle. If the Broncos played Seattle, that line's going to be 8.5.
If the Broncos played Seattle,
it'd be 8.5.
I agree. It probably would be
8.5,
7.5, 8.5. Seattle was 7-point favorites against the 49ers.
This makes me puke out of my mouth because it just does. But Nick Foles did it.
Nick Foles did it. Nick Foles had a lot more experience as a starter.
All I'm saying is,
And I hate to say it, but the Eagles team.
All I'm saying is that if the Patriots should 100% win this game. They are the better team. They have the quarterback. If they lose this game, my God, am I going to be so happy.
I listen to a lot of Patriots fans on podcasts,
yeah.
and all of them were like, "Oh no, we're not looking past the Broncos. We can't look past."
They're all
they're all full of shit.
They're egotistical.
They're seeing the San Francisco Super Bowl logo on the team's jersey right now.
Oh yeah,
they're there. They're mentally there.
They're planning their trips to freaking San Francisco right now.
If it's not paid for and planned already, it's mentally planned.
Oh yeah,
it's mentally 100%. Like, hey, what are we doing right now?
So I'll say this, Patriots fans, yes, you guys have had a great season. You've won the games you needed to win, but you still haven't had a win where I'm like, damn, they're the real deal. I haven't been convinced.
Beat the Bills.
I'm talking about in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, I mean
my whole rant earlier this year was that they were going to face the Bills or the Chiefs or somebody who actually knows how to win a playoff game and doesn't have a hospital walking on the other sidelines.
Listen, that game again. I don't want to keep relapsing, but there was never a doubt in that. There was never a doubt in that Chargers game that they were going to win. Like that game was over from the second to start.
Yeah.
As soon as the Chargers didn't score on the 4th and goal, it was over. That game was over. They never had a chance. So, yeah, they played Drake May didn't play a great game, but overall as a team, they did. And then last week, we went over the interception. So, I have no idea what's going to happen in this game. The Broncos' defense at the altitude could be dangerous, but you got to score points to win the game at the end of the day.
I mean, you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. So, when is somebody going to put a good offense against them? We're going to see in the Super Bowl. Because there's just no way that Jared Stidham gets this done. There's absolutely no chance on earth. There's a 0% chance.
I don't want to say no chance because, like you said,
signed, sealed, delivered. Patriots to the Super Bowl. There you go.
And you know what? If the Broncos win, you're officially dickhead. You're officially the fucking capital mayor of Dickhead City.
That's fine. I can be the capital. Signed, sealed, delivered. Congratulations on your trip to San Francisco, New England. Congratulations. I hope you enjoy your flights. I can't wait for you to just sit in your cushy chair this weekend and watch you guys just absolutely brutally destroy the Broncos against Jared fucking Stidham. Sorry, Jared, but you're stepping into the NFL.
All right, so Anthony has done this again. We know what happens when shit gets signed, sealed, and delivered. It doesn't get signed, sealed, and delivered. But anyways, that's our recap of Broncos-Pats. I think you're more just pissed off at the Patriots. I internally am.
I'm not pissed off at the Patriots. I hate the Patriots. Don't get me wrong.
All right.
I just need them to prove to me that they're worth it.
On to Sunday evening, the more interesting game, the Rams and the Seahawks. The Seahawks look by far and away like the best team in the NFL right now. They're dominating the past few games they've played. Absolutely took the Niners for a dog walk the last 2 games they've played. And if the Rams play anything like they have in the last 2 games, I think it might be another shit pumping. I think it might be another dog walk because the Rams kind of got lackadaisical in that game against the Panthers, and then against the Bears, their offense, especially in the first half, was just stifled, and then they couldn't get a stop on defense late when they needed to. So if they play subpar, if the Rams don't play an above-average game and they don't get a really good performance out of Matthew Stafford and Puka Nacua, I think Seattle's going to see themselves back in the Super Bowl.
It's Sam Darnold, dude.
Yeah, that's what everybody's saying. When are we getting the Sam Darnold game? I mean,
but here's the thing. Here's
having on it this year.
Here's where my brain really struggles here because we just watched Seattle mollywop with Sam Darnold dealing with an oblique where he didn't have to do shit. He literally
the game was over after the first play.
No, all I'm saying is the offense never needed to take a step onto the field last game. And they still would have won 7-6.
I understand. The game was over after the first play of the game. That's what I just said.
Yeah.
And Kenneth Walker was a fucking dog.
Yeah, 100%. I'm not. All I'm saying is that the Rams have been so lackluster, and they've had down games the first 2 games of the playoffs. When the fuck are they going to wake up? And when the fuck is Sam Darnold going to have his share game? I love Seattle in this game. Don't get me wrong.
It doesn't sound like it.
What I watched last week was an absolute shit kicking that I haven't seen since the fucking NFC Championship last year, where the Eagles just absolutely handed it to the Commanders. All I'm saying is that both of these teams seem like they're due in both bad ways. Seattle is due for a horrible offensive game, and the Rams are due to finally get their shit together and be the Rams. So I hope.
What do you mean in bad? You both just said in both bad ways, but what you just said was a Rams positive.
No, in a good way for the Rams.
Oh, but you said both teams in a bad way. That's what you just said.
Oh, well, I misspoke. So I just need this game to be tight, but I don't want it to be because the Rams are playing bad and Sam Darnold's playing bad. I want it to be tight because I want to see these two teams at their best.
Of course.
Both of these teams, I mean, their game earlier this year was freaking awesome.
They played 2 games.
But I'm saying, the one that Seattle won on the 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
That was freaking awesome, dude.
Great game. That was the Thursday night game?
29-28, yeah.
Yeah, that was the Thursday night game, right? Yeah.
Freaking awesome. Mm-hmm. Remember we were complaining about how this game should never be on a Thursday night?
Yeah. Well, that was played this season.
I know.
That was, what, week 16, week 15?
So, I love Seattle in this game, but I hope Sam Darnold, this oblique, whatever the hell it is, this thing that's been bothering him, is not an issue this week, and I hope that he comes out and has a great game. Because I would love to see Seattle in the Super Bowl. I really wanted the Bears to win last week. I was a little upset. I know a lot of people hate the Bears. For what reason? They're the Bears. They've sucked forever. Let them be good for once. But, man, Seattle, just kill the Rams, man. Get them done. Do them done.
I can't wait. I have
it's
a Rams.
Rams Patriots.
I have a Rams future. So I'm not going to speak on the matter. We know who I'm pulling for.
You're literally on a podcast. You have to speak on the matter.
And I have a Rams future. And
yeah, but you have to speak on the matter.
I made it well known. I will be pulling for Matthew Stafford. Does it make me nervous that Caleb Williams was kind of dicing up the Rams secondary and the Rams secondary didn't show up late in the game?
Also freezing cold.
It doesn't matter. They got carved up. And then they were getting carved up by Bryce Young and the Panthers offense. And who was the wide receiver for the Panthers? Coker? I don't even remember his name at this point. It's gone. But he carved him up, and it just...
Yeah, Jalen Coker.
And Seattle has weapons all over the place. I mean, they got Kenneth Walker, who had probably the best game of his career last week. And then JSN, who probably had this, either the best season as a receiver this year or second best behind Puka. They have the weapons to attack this, subpar Rams defense besides the pass rush. And if Sam Darnold has a decent game and doesn't turn into Sam Darnold, I think the Rams are in trouble, and that's where I stand. Or if Matthew Stafford does not perform at the MVP level like he has most of this season, and he turns the ball over, or he makes the couple bad throws, I don't see how Seattle loses this game. But what I want is I want Sam Darnold to be playing well. I want Matthew Stafford to be playing well. I want this to be a dogfight like that final game, their final matchup of the regular season. That's what I want. I want an exciting game. And should I hedge my bet out? I probably should hedge. Am I going to? I haven't decided yet.
You'll find out. Well, I'll tell you where the odds sit right now. Seattle's plus 145 to win it all. Rams are plus 230. New England's plus 250. And Denver is plus 11.
And I got the Rams at the beginning of the playoffs at plus 480. That's where I got the Rams. And they had 2 squeaker games. 2 games where they easily
they were probably
could have lost.
They were probably plus 450 live on the money line in 2 of those games.
No, they were not.
Against the Panthers?
No, when I looked, when they were down against the Panthers with 2 minutes left, they were still favorites to win the game. Yeah, that's how much Vegas knows, or they had no faith in the Panthers whatsoever.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
So, but look, that's where we stand. AFC, NFC title games. And the NFL season is quickly fading into the sunset.
Yep, so I think we should get into our ultimate trio. For this week. It's
only 2
so
weeks
here's
left.
how it's going to work. So next week, obviously, this week is a little tricky because people have to fade people because there's only 2 games. Next week, we're going to do player props or spread. Any list of bets that are in that minus 110, minus 100 to minus 125 range are going to be available to pick. Mm-hmm. So it can be any player prop at all, any touchdown score, whatever. You can take coin toss if you're really feeling it. And the same rules apply for plus 300 and plus 1,000 bets. So you'll get 2 points if you take a bet that's plus 300, and we'll pretty much just go round-robin selection, and we'll pick our bets. And that's how the Super Bowl is going to work. But right now, as the standings sit, I'm at 35 points after going a beautiful 4-0 last week. I got my 2-point touchdown thanks to good old DJ Moore's touchdown. Got me 2 points. He was plus 330 on the money line. I also parlayed that with...
Nobody gives a shit about your picks last week. Nobody gets.
All right, I got 4 points last week. Johnny, he's just pissed because he had a fat goose egg. And now he's down 4 points. It's 35-31, and then Peyton is sitting at 27 points after he failed to receive any points.
6 picks left.
Six picks left.
That's where we're at.
And you're down 4.
And I'm down 4.
And Peyton's down 4 to you. So you're 4 points away from donut land.
I know. We don't have
to remind everybody the punishment. The loser, which currently is projected to be Peyton, you have to do any combination of the 30, which is eat donuts, drink beers, or run miles. And you have to do at least 3 of each option.
Yep.
So
yep,
that's where it sits. And
Okay.
Peyton doesn't drink alcohol, so he's going to do soda instead, which is fair.
All right, well, let's get to the picks this week. Let's see if I can make up some ground. Let's see if Peyton can make us some ground.
I had the spread, and as much as I just shit talked and said that the Patriots were going to mollywop them, I'm taking Seattle minus 2.5 because I just love that pick so much.
What? You just said how much the Patriots... Oh, you were saying you should have taken the Patriots.
I was saying I should have taken the Patriots.
But taking Seattle.
But I'm taking Seattle.
That was the wrong way to say that. That was fucked up how you said that. Anyways, I'm taking Pats minus 5.5.
Yes, you are. And then we got Peyton, who took Rams plus 2.5.
Yep. All right, we're going to the total.
All right, total, it was whose pick? It was Peyton's pick first, right?
Peyton's pick first, yep.
And Peyton decided to go with the under in the New England-Denver game, 42.5, which was going to be my pick because I freaking love that. I think it's...
Yeah, it's like, how is Jarrett Stidham going to fucking...
Score.
I
hope they put up 40, but whatever.
Maybe a couple defensive touchdowns.
I went with over in the Rams-Seahawks game, 46.5.
Yeah, good pick. That's the one I wanted, and then I got screwed with the last pick. I'm taking the under 46.5 Rams Seahawks. So fading you directly because I kind of had to.
At this point, you got to kind of fade ball me. Did you say 5.5 for the Seattle or for the Patriots game? It's 4.
5. Yeah. Oh, so I get 4.5. That's right.
You get
4.5.
Yeah.
Thank you. That benefits me. You're right.
Welcome.
You're right. That did
Peyton
change.
For the graphic, it's 4.5 because the line did shift.
4.5. Correct. Anytime touchdown score, I'm taking Kenneth Walker.
All right. Peyton's going with Rashid Shaheed, which is a 2-pointer. He's over plus.
Which I guess we got to count if he scores on a kickoff.
Right? Kickoff, yeah, correct. It counted last week, so it counts this time. And then I'm going Ramondre Stevenson for the Patriots.
All right, cool.
So those are our picks.
That was what do they call it? The penultimate? The ultimate trio. We only have one ultimate trio left.
I know, and it's like not
that was
even...
That was the second to last ultimate trio.
Yeah, and it's kind of sad. I mean, we've been doing this...
Did I use the correct term, penultimate?
Maybe.
I'm going to seem like a real idiot.
I don't know.
I got to Google it real quick.
But I will say this. That's the last time we're picking the way we just picked, because next week will be player props. So it's really the last true way we're going to pick the ultimate trio. Did you get it right?
Last but one in a series of
things.
Second to
last. Look at you.
ACT, baby.
Oh, my God. You
ACT,
scholar.
yeah.
You scholar. You're like Mendoza.
I did go back.
Using the words like synergy.
To college, but I went to college and I graduated.
So
we're good. All right, cool.
All right, you're all good. All right, so let's talk outside of these teams who are dead. Let's talk about the teams that are dead and are looking forward to next season.
Just a quick coaching carousel. We talked a lot about coaches last week, but I think the biggest hire of the week, Mike McDaniel. Going back to the OC with the Chargers, which I think they need.
I'm looking at an article. They look really good together. They look like they'd be a good tandem. Like
it could be dangerous in Los Angeles.
We could be seeing some danger. I mean, they're getting all back. They're getting their guys who were hurt back.
Rashawn Slater.
Yep. I mean, everybody's coming back. You're going to have...
Hopefully an O'Marion.
You're going to have year 2 of a healthy O'Marion Hampton.
Yep.
So...
Kadami Vidal.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, the Chargers are a team to watch out for next year.
Yeah.
Look, I said both up at the beginning of the year. I had a Chargers future. That was dead. I doubled down on the Bills. That was dead. And...
You're dead.
I'm dead.
Yep. So...
But Mike McDaniel, I'm really looking forward to it. He didn't end up going to the Lions because I guess the culture wasn't a fit, was what I heard. They said the culture wasn't a fit. Right. And they ended up hiring some other guy. I don't even know his name.
I have no
Scroll
idea.
down, I'll tell you. Right there. Drew Petzing.
Oh. Okay.
Never even heard of the guy.
Yep.
But good for the Lions.
Good for the Lions. Shout out to the Lions.
Yeah.
Other coaching news since we were last on, Kevin Stefanski went to the Falcons. Mm-hmm. That is new news. Big hire for them. And then Robert Salah got a job. Holy fuck. How does anyone hire Robert Salah? I don't understand that.
You saw what he did with Sam Darnold, and you can blame him.
Saw what he did with Sam. Yeah, but
But I'm saying
you're talking about as a Jets coach.
As a Jets coach,
it was terrible. I mean,
And people can blame it on the motto all they want. Sam Darnold has obviously proven to this point that he's a winner.
I mean, I guess Tennessee is, the Jets are obviously the worst organization in the NFL. They have no infrastructure whatsoever. So I guess going to Tennessee is a good move. I mean, I guess it's fine. Congrats to them hiring Salah, who hasn't really proven anything as a head coach. But
a defensive-minded quarterback is going to try and train a rookie quarterback.
A defensive-minded coach.
Sorry, defensive-minded coach is going to try and teach a rookie quarterback. It's his second year at that point. Better hire a good OC.
I don't know.
Maybe Mike McCarthy. He's going to Pittsburgh.
Mike McCarthy will be the coach of the Steelers.
What about the Browns?
No.
Could you imagine Mike McCarthy?
The Browns are going to
Big
hire...
Boy McCarthy on the season?
The Browns are going to hire somebody that nobody's ever heard of. Let's face it.
They're having trouble right now. So
no shit. Who wants to coach the Browns?
But what I'm saying is that if you guys didn't know this by now, if you guys don't know what the Rooney Rule is, you have to hire at least somebody of...
No, you have to interview.
Interview at least somebody of minority. I didn't know that Mike McDaniel was a minority.
What?
Yeah, he's half black.
Really?
Yeah. So he covered for their Rooney Rule.
Oh.
And now they're in their second round of interviews, and Mike McDaniel pulled himself out of the ring.
Wow.
So they're in interview hell right now.
Nobody gives a shit about them. Listen.
It's the Browns, though.
The Browns are going to hire who they're going to hire. The Browns could hire fucking...
Brian Flores re-signed his contract today as a Vikings defensive coordinator with the stipulation if he doesn't get a head coaching job elsewhere.
That's kind of wild.
How about that?
That's kind of wild.
It's a good deal.
That's like saying, hey, I want to date you, but if I get a 10 out of 10
coming
at my door, I'm
if
done.
I see a smoke show, I'm going.
If I see a smoke show,
If Sydney Sweeney shows up at my front doorstep asking to go on a date, I'm gone. See
I had it.
Oh, yeah. You'll be seeing me.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Wow. What a pull from you.
So.
Well, yeah, that's the NFL coaching carousel. I think we talked a lot last week about that. So,
we'll keep you updated
like I said,
when we get these fillings.
NFL season coming to an end, but I guess the offseason's already picking up. So
I think it's time to get depressed.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about the Knicks real quick. We're not really in NBA mode. We're only halfway through the NBA season. But goddamn. 2-9 in their last 11. Probably one of the worst runs in the regular season for a team that considers themselves a contender. Everybody on the team seems like they hate each other. They're not playing for the coach. They're not playing for each other. Yeah, we had injuries here and there. Josh Hart was out for a couple games. Brunson was out for a couple games. But we won the NBA Cup, which cool. I mean, I said at the time I was pumped about it. The NBA Cup matters. I was all over it. And now I'm starting to think that we should never, ever play for the NBA Cup ever again. Because since that moment, since we beat the Spurs, and then since we beat the Cavs on Christmas Day, had that amazing comeback, and we looked great against the Spurs on New Year's Eve. We were up 17 in the first half. We ended up blowing that game, and all of a sudden it has been just a torrential downpour of terror. And it's starting from everywhere. The offense looks atrocious. The defense looks atrocious. The coaching is bad. The chemistry within the team is bad. And I don't think I've seen a fall-off like this from a team since the New York Mets this past year. So, hey, give it up for my team. Give it up for my teams who are respectively 10 to 12 to 15 games above 500 in NBA and 20 games above 500 in MLB, which is a massive, massive winning percentage in the positive, looking like one of the best teams in their respective leagues. And the Knicks look like a team who has no shot to win the title now. I don't even care. I've given up until they can bring me back in and show me something. I don't give a fuck. I'm done with this team. I'm done. Now I say this, and they're up. They're up 22, but they're playing Brooklyn.
Oh, look.
But I have no words. I have no words for what has happened. It's been severely depressing for me, and that's where I'm at.
I want to say this. There's a couple things as a sports fan when you sit there and you realize that your team's in trouble, right? One of your stars requests a trade. There's a coach fired in the middle of the season. There's a lot of things that it's just like news. You're like, damn, we're in turmoil. There's one thing that's really bad. And that's when they call a players-only meeting.
The players-only meeting is, your season's done.
Your season's
done.
I saw the headline. Jalen Brunson calls a players-only meeting.
Let's go ahead and just start the...
You see the headline?
Summer of 26.
There's bad. Like I said, you can fire your coach. A star player can request a trade. The worst thing you can possibly see is that they call a players-only meeting. The Knicks called a players-only meeting. And you know what came out of it? Guys, they all walked in the room and they said, guys, we fucking suck. We need to get our shit together. Our defense is ass. Our offensive production is nowhere near where it needs to be.
The defense is the worst. Every time I look up, the opposing team has 90 to 100 points, and we're still in the third quarter.
So
it's awful. It's awful. I love Jalen Brunson. He's the face of New York City right now. He is. He's one of the most renowned athletes in New York. But when him and Towns are on the court at the same time, we have no chance of getting a defensive stop unless the other team misses a three.
Yeah,
that's just how it is, and it fucking sucks. All the blame's being put on Cat because Cat has not really been hustling. He's not putting up the numbers that he was last season. And he's getting a lot of blame. And yes, Cat needs to be better. Everyone needs to be better. We traded 5 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges, who is a great role player. He's not the star of the team. He's not an all-star. He's not an all-NBA player. We traded 5 first-round picks. That easily could have been sent off to Milwaukee for Giannis. We're kicking ourselves. Yes, Knicks fans, we love Mikal. We love the chemistry created with Brunson and Hart, especially last year when we went on that run. Then we pushed the chips in even further for Karl Anthony Towns, and now we have a team where we thought we were going to be scrappy. We thought we were going to be in the mud with these teams playing defense, and we're the exact opposite of that. We're the team that goes down the court and complains every time we don't have a foul. We don't get back on defense. We don't crash the offensive glass besides Mitchell Robinson, and they're playing like a bunch of pussies right now. And I'm just going to say it like that. And I don't give a shit because I'm done right now. I'm a Knicks fan who's devoted a lot of time to this team, a lot of energy throughout, especially since the COVID season when this team finally turned around. And to watch this collapse in the middle of the year has been torturous.
Abysmal. It's gross to watch. You said it yourself. If the Knicks don't pull this shit together, you're going to be done. You just got to take a break.
I mean, it looks like they're going to win tonight. They're up 60-38 against Brooklyn. If they blow this, officially can the season. I already said can the season, but officially can the season if they blow this game against Brooklyn. And teams like Detroit are just running away with it. And props to the Pistons. They have had a hell of a year. They're sitting at 31-10. They're up 9 on New Orleans right now as we're taping. And yeah, and then Boston, without Tatum, is having a better record than us. If you told me at the beginning of the year that Boston was going to be better than us halfway through the season without Tatum, with Tatum probably coming back, I wouldn't have been able to mentally prepare for that. But yet, here we are. Here we are. So, we'll see if they turn it around with the win tonight. Maybe we get back on track. But for me to get back into it, we're going to have to win like 5 or 6 in a row. That's what it's going to take for me. You're going to have to win 5 or 6 in a row and get back into the 2 seed. That's where I stand with this team right now. Because the expectations were set way too high, obviously, at the beginning of the year, even though they weren't, because that's where they're supposed to be. And we have failed to meet them, and that's where we're at.
Yeah.
And I have no other words. Right. I have nothing else. Do you have anything else to add?
Nope.
So, yes, I understand people like to see me miserable. I understand. And there you go. You have it at that.
All right.
So, we got your stink bomb. It sounded like that was my stink bomb. I have something else, but I'll let you lead us off.
Yeah. No, this is embarrassing. So I started working for the family business a couple months ago, right? And I feel like I've been doing my part. You know, I'm learning. I'm an idiot still. I don't know my shit. I call Johnny about 6 times a day. I know damn well when he sees me, he gets fucking annoyed because I know damn well when he gets calls from people who calls him 8 times a day, he fucking loses his cool. But this has nothing to do with that. I was going to a job site, and I just started going on the truck on my own. So, I'm still learning the ways. I'm still learning. I'm getting on my feet. I show up to this job site. It's on the beach. And the guys are working. They just started the house. And I pull in. And the guys are all sitting in the truck. So I think they're leaving. I pull into this driveway. And I think they're leaving because they're all sitting in their truck. So I'm like, fine, I'll move. I back the truck up. And I back it up.
What time of day was this?
This was like noon.
So possibly a little lunch departure.
I back the truck up, and I put the car in park. And I get out. I walk out, and I start walking towards the house. And I see them, they're all staring at me. And I'm like, hey, you guys good? They're like, yeah, we're good. I'm like, all right, so I start walking the house. I walk, I do my thing, I take some pictures, whatever, ask some questions. I go to leave. I walk out, they're still staring at me. There's like 4 of them in the van, sitting there watching me. Get back in the truck, and I look, and I'm staring at the truck. And I'm just looking at it. And I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck did I just do? And I backed the truck up, but I backed it up into the softest sand known to mankind.
And that truck does not have 4-wheel drive.
2-wheel drive car.
Yep.
And it's front-wheel drive. And all my tires are in the sand.
Oh.
And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I can't go forward, because if I go forward, I'm going to get even more stuck. So I put the car in reverse, right? And these guys are all sitting there.
They're all laughing your ass. They're all laughing.
I was wondering why they were staring at me when I got out of the truck. Because, I got out of the truck and just walked. I didn't look at the car. I just got out and started walking. So I put the car in reverse. Spin zone city.
Oh, yeah. It's a slip and slide.
So I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to put the car in drive. I put the car in drive. Spin zone city.
And you're just digging a crater.
So I'm like, all right. I bang the wheel all the way to the right. Boom. I got a little movement. The left tire slides up. I'm like, all right. So then I back it up, and I get the car parallel. So the car is facing the house, and I'm in the dirt. I fucking put the car in drive, and I fucking stepped on the gas. Whoa, my tires fucking ripped, and I did a fucking like a 270 of dirt. And I spin out, and I'm like, all right, I'm going for it. Boom, and I hit the gas, I start going, it's on a main road. A car's coming. I had to stop, or I was going to hit him.
Brutal.
I sit there I am, in the dead middle now of the deep sand. And I look behind me, and I see what I just did to the dirt.
Oh, you fucked
up.
Oh,
it's the whole fucking thing. Now it's a job site, so it's not a big deal. There's a bunch of... I fucking put the car... I see my moment to go. I put the car in drive. I spin again. Dirt's kicking all up over the top of the car at this point. I put the car in reverse. I spin the wheel. I finally get loose. I go to see an opening. There's a car coming. I'm like, all right, I wait. Perfect timing. Boom. I hit it. I spin that motherfucker. The dirt went flying into the bed of the truck out, and I fucking skirted out of there. My tires hit the concrete and went, did a spin. So then I felt so bad. I'm like, my fucking guys just watched me do this fucking
You're embarrassed.
massacre.
You're straight
So I pulled up, I go to the right, I make a U-turn, I come back. I'm driving slow. I'm driving like 20 miles an hour. They're looking at me, and I'm driving, and I see what I just did to that fucking yard.
Oh, yeah, you tore it up.
And I said, fuck this, and I just kept driving. That's not the end of the story. That's not the end of the story. I show up today to that same job site, same guys. I get out. They say nothing to me. They say absolutely nothing to me. And I'm like, oh my God, thank God they said nothing to me. I look, my tire marks are still there. That yard is still fucked up. But on top of it, there's a red truck parked right in the same soft sand that's got a trailer on it. And I said, oh boy. And the guy's sitting in the driver's seat. And I'm like, oh no. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to hang out here for about 10 minutes just to see what happens. I walk around the house. I do a little job. And all I hear, I'm in the backyard looking at the house. All I hear is dirt kicking up and a guy yamming on the fucking gas.
Yeah.
I walk out. There's that dude in that trailer. His trailer is 6 feet deep in the same fucking tire tracks that I got stuck in.
You know how you fix that, right?
And he got out of there. What?
You just put you got to put plywood down.
I think that's eventually what he did. I left. I got in the car and left.
You put.
I said, he got out of the truck and he said, fuck this, I'm dealing with this later.
Yeah,
I said, fuck this, and I
put
left.
plywood on your back tires, and then they catch it, and then it goes.
Yeah.
But you did the cardinal sin of taking all the tires off the road. You can never do that in a job site. If it's not a hard surface, you got to be at least 2 tires on the road.
Oh yeah,
at all times. I learned that very, very early.
Oh, I learned my lesson.
Yeah.
So I apologize to my builder. I kind of fucked up your job site, but you got to get landscaping done. You're going to get it graded. It'll all be good. It's not going to matter. But
that is very.
I looked like a complete idiot.
Yeah, you looked like a clown.
Clown.
Straight.
I might as well put the red nose on. Yeah. All right. What's your stink bug?
So do you ever get the detergent rash?
Oh, all the time. I have to put my detergent setting on low, which sucks because my clothes aren't as clean. But I have to do it or else I get itchy.
So, yeah. I get in the truck yesterday. You know, I'm about 20 minutes from the house. I'm gone. And then I feel it on my right ass cheek.
In your undies?
In my undies. Oh. Yeah, in my undies. No. I got the detergent rash ass. And I had to go through work the whole day where I'm picking at my ass because it's itching. And then I don't know if you noticed, but at basketball last night, there I am, hand just on my ass.
I don't particularly like to look at your ass and see what you're doing with your ass.
No, but you can notice when someone's picking at their ass.
I didn't notice.
When someone, well, it was going on. And then I'm sweating at basketball.
Oh, and it's just getting worse.
It's at this point, it feels like there's a fire ant pile on my right ass cheek. And that's what I had to deal with. It was absolutely brutal. It eventually went away when I got home and took a shower. Like, the itching stopped. Like, it was fine today. But yesterday was just the day from hell.
You got to take that whole underwear drawer, and you got to throw it right in the wash. You can't be messing around with that because you're playing Russian roulette.
I know. You don't know which pair.
Which pair? Because you know why? You put too much detergent.
And it's dangerous because we're going snowboarding this weekend.
One, you put your detergent. You put too much detergent in your load.
I know.
2, I guarantee you that pair was the pair that was sitting on top of your load when you poured the laundry detergent in. And that detergent just went all over that place.
Well, I pour it in a little chute in the top left corner. I don't pour the detergent right in the thing.
Oh, well, you have a bougie washing machine.
I have a...
Yeah, you got a bougie washing machine. Congrats. My every washing machine I ever had until now that I live at my parents' house has been the fucking... You just pour it in there.
That was my stinker for the week. That was brutal.
Itchy ass.
That's all that I had.
All right.
And the fact that I'm still coughing stuff up from having...
We may have a pre-stink bomb. We're going up to the mountains this weekend, and there's about 2 feet of snow projected. Probably some ice. Could get stuck.
My pre-stink bomb could be the fact that I could be coming back injured. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, we haven't done an IL update in a while. It means we're healthy. I mean, you had the flu.
No, I had tennis elbow forever. No, I had golfer's elbow.
Oh, yeah, golfer's
I never even brought that up on the pod.
No, you never did.
I had golfer's elbow for a solid month. And that was brutality. But anyways, maybe an IR update next week. Maybe we're pre-updating the IR update.
Yeah. We're just getting ready.
We're getting ready for the injured list next week.
Yeah, we are.
We'll see what happens.
So,
we'll see.
All right. Well, we'll be back next week with a new episode. We'll be talking about the Patriots and whoever they're playing in the Super Bowl. And yeah, we're going to do a lot of fun stuff next week because we're not going to have football on Sunday for the first time in a long time.
Yeah. So everyone, thanks for tuning in and stay tuned for next week.
All right. Peace.